Now, you've already heard about Albert Einstein and the equation that changed our understanding of space and time. But almost nobody remembers that there was a time when his ideas were still controversial and unproven. To test his theories, Einstein and his colleagues needed to build a tower. And it couldn't be just anything, it had to embody the magnitude of the ideas it was testing. It had to be bold. This is the story of how architecture became more than an instrument in Einstein's lab. This is the story of the Einstein Tower, designed by Erich Mendelsohn and built in 1922. In the 1910s, Einstein's theories were still being debated and were shaking the foundations of the scientific community. They needed hard astronomical evidence and an observatory capable of measuring the gravitational redshift of light coming from the sun. Freundlich, a collaborator of Einstein's, decided to commission an architect to design this building. An early version of the design shows how simple it could have been. It could have been a box, a shed with a periscope on top. But Freundlich understood that this revolutionary moment demanded something more. Erich Mendelsohn was relatively unknown at the time, but Freundlich happened to encounter his hand drawings and was captivated by them. To him, Mendelssohn's sketches felt like the bending of space-time translated into architecture. And it's remarkable that something as simple as a set of sketches led to a commission of this significance. The building housed a solar telescope at the top of the tower. Light was then directed vertically down to a lab in the basement, where a mirror sent it through a spectroscope that separated it into spectral lines. It was a simple scientific apparatus, but Mendelssohn designed a building around it that rose above its mere function and became much greater than the sum of its parts. At around the same time, architects like Mies and Corbusier were designing buildings like machines. Modern architecture was becoming functional, restrained, even commodified. Meanwhile, Mendelssohn offered a glimpse of an alternate universe, another species of architecture. He imagined a building as a prehistoric living being, and that may be why the Einstein Tower feels so alive. It's ancient, timeless, and somehow still feels futuristic. People like to think of architectural progress as a straight line, but history doesn't work that way. The Einstein Tower feels like a fork in architectural history. One path leads to grids and glass boxes, the other was leading us somewhere even stranger, more expressive and alive. I think it's really interesting that the Einstein Tower and Fritz Lang's film Metropolis emerged at almost the same time. They shared an ancient yet futuristic gravity. They seem to ask the same questions. What could the future look like? Does modernity have to conform to rigid, functional forms? Or could we rise above the ordinary and create something even more hopeful, even superhuman? I'm the storyteller. And through tall stories like this one, I'm sharing my curiosity about architecture, science, and the people who shape them. Follow Tall Stories if you care about the histories and futures of design.